All in all, let's solve the immediate problem first. I'll tell you all the truth later.
I expect you to do what you say you're going to do. I'm not one to shy away from key issues.
Don't worry, I have no reason to hide it from you. It takes time to accept the unexpected. That's why I didn't want to tell you too soon.
You don't have to be so euphemistic. Let's start with what I need to do.
We can't handle this intelligent mutation. It has a very special body structure. Even fatal wounds can be easily recovered. There's only one way to really kill him. Let another intelligent mutant eat it.
Any side effects?
I can't give you a definitive answer, but I'll do everything I can to keep you conscious.
Well, do you have any countermeasures?
Do you know what my power is?
Manifesting what feels like transience and disintegration, but I can't tell what it's actually like.
My abilities are time-related. I can pause the flow of time in a small area. The extension area, the intensity of the obscenity, and the distance all affect the duration of the pause. And I have the lowest reserves of filth of anyone. To prolong this stall, I usually compress the paused area into a straight line. Like this. The time dislocation feature can easily cut through any object. The end result shows a decomposition-like effect. And the principle of teleportation is to accelerate one's own time. The degree of acceleration is inversely proportional to the time it is maintained. My limit is 370 times acceleration. Produces an effect close to suspending the world. But everything has its pros and cons. For one thing, these two abilities can't be used at the same time. That means I have almost no means of attack during acceleration. Secondly, different filths are extremely exclusive from each other. All powers derive from filth decay as they approach other filth. Even when time is suspended, mutants tend to have larger stores of filth than humans. Most of the attacks on them will fall short. But you're different. No one's rejecting your filth. I've never seen anything like it. Even that intelligent mutant couldn't do it. Only you can.
So the point you're trying to make is this arrangement feasible?
I want you to know what I'm capable of ahead of time. It's very important for the rest of the battle. As far as I know, intelligent mutants usually have a core that dominates the body. We just need to get this core out of our bodies. Even if the mutant doesn't die, its movement will be greatly restricted. But the biggest difficulty is how to strip out that core. The core would probably be encased in a membrane, which I presume is a defense. This film covers a great deal of filth in our present condition. Breakdown is not very feasible.
Do I need to break the last key point?
Yeah, I'll help you with the finishing touches. I'll pause the monster's self-healing process the moment it's shattered. You took the opportunity to rip out the core of it and eat it before it recovers. I know this may be a little hard for you to accept, but please do believe me, it's never a bad thing. The truth of the world is buried here. It's all about you.
Then it's a deal, let's do it.
Be careful, don't get tough with it. It's too dangerous to go head to head. Attention everyone, we have an emergency announcement. Please reply if you receive it. Please reply if you receive it.
Receivables.
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 There's only one goal for all of us next. Hold that giant mutant at bay. Cheems and I will take the intelligent mutant. We mustn't let it get to us. This giant mutant is essentially a puppet. As long as the body is killed in advance, it poses no threat.
I don't have a problem with it, but a word of caution. This mutant can absorb other people's filth, albeit in minute quantities. The probability is that it has learned a little of Lao Wu's abilities. I can't be sure it hasn't absorbed others. Be careful.
It only absorbed Lao Wu's filth. I don't recognize any of the others' filth in it. Also, try not to delay the fight too long. The one that attacked us in the first place was another shell made by it. It transferred most of the filth to the body. It had to show itself after our double was destroyed, and the body was incomplete from the beginning. It hasn't fully recovered until now. There's a fairly large amount of filth left in the air. It takes time to absorb them, so there's no delay. Once it's back to its full form, it'll be hard for us to kill it.
I mean, how did this guy get so crispy? So this is it.
Boss, you and Cheems be careful too.
Okay.
Go find the boss. We'll take care of this.
Thank you.
It's faster than I expected.
You absorbed my filth. That was an error in judgment.
Get your ass down here.
It's time to end it. That's the heart of it. You should be able to feel it too. Yeah, I can feel it pretty strongly. perception is richer. Unspeakable.
Unspeakable feeling.
Congratulations. Our bet worked. The court cannot interfere with your will.
It's finally over. To tell you the truth, I'm a little tired.
We'll meet the others first. Make sure it's right and get out of here. Is everyone okay?
Everyone's a little banged up, but it doesn't hurt. Boss, what's the situation over there?
It's done. We'll return to the base after we dispose of the bodies.
I'll take care of the body later. The rest of you get some rest.
Good work, everyone. We'll all get some rest when we get back to base.
You must be wondering what I'm going to do next. Pleasantly surprised. This is a brand new gaming console. New benefits for the new year 2024. Poundland has officially launched a $0 second to kill 2024 game allowance. Simply super big welfare on. I took a chance and I won. I didn't believe it either. But now that it's in my hands, it really smells good. Shop for consoles directly with that money. And in-game gear can be purchased with Push Gold. I'm not fooling you. I verified the activity. It's real and valid. There are benefits to collect together. The entrance to the activity I've put below the video. Exit the full screen click to directly grab 2024 yuan rent packets. Draw low and not lows. One is blood money.
I've heard you from far away. You can't pick a good song.
Then pick one and call me.
Heck, I'll let you hear what it means to be truly immortal. Not this one. Not this one either. Hey, that's the one. This is true music.
What kind of taste is that? It's not as good as my song, is it?
That's because you don't understand. This song has real depth.
It's been a long time coming back. You two take a break. Why don't you go inside and get some sleep?
It's been a long time coming back, so I'm sure we'll have a good time. It's too boring to stay inside.
Well, it's not time to go to bed yet. Actually, I'm here to tell you two something.
What's the matter?
It's not going to be another emergency mission.
No. It's about Cheems. What do you think of him?
To tell you the truth, I have a soft spot for him. Not only do they act and speak in a civilized manner, he's not timid in the line of duty, but that's what makes it seem stranger and stranger.
Why would you think that? That's not so strange, is it?
Do you remember when the mutation happened a few years ago?
2 or 3 years ago. I don't remember exactly.
The mutation was a massive outbreak on April 8th, 2024. And today is September 7th, 2026. There's a difference of about 2 years and 5 months.
Think about it. A world that's been changing for 2 years. Can there exist people who know nothing about filth? At least I don't think so. What's even stranger is the way the boss treats him. I remember the boss as a man of purpose. He doesn't spend his energy on useless things. Since Cheems can be expected by boss, then he can't be anything out of the ordinary. I even think he's a mutant.
Well, it can be considered a coincidence. I accidentally caught a glimpse of Cheems' wound. How can I describe it? The wound was surrounded by tentacles made of flesh and blood. The tentacles are connected to the baby at the core of the body. I don't know how to express it. It's just incredible.
According to this, there's a high probability that Cheems is a mutant.
That's what you're assuming. The boss just talked to me about it. Says the odds are Cheems is a special mutant.
So where are Cheems now?
He's talking to the boss.
I've lost part of my memory. My earliest recollection is at the age of 24. I can't remember anything before that. All the experiences, feelings, memories are stripped away in a moment. I'm left with a broken me. Do you know why this is happening? Why would a living person suddenly lose the memories of what they once had?
It's because of me, isn't it?
Yes, but not exactly. I've been researching this substance for years, trying to figure out what it is. But unfortunately, we never got around to it. Until an unexpected discovery a year ago. A mutant suddenly called out my name after chewing on my teammates. I'd never seen anything like it. Even more coincidentally, that teammate's obscenity has reached stage 2. It's a precursor to an impending mutation. At this point, the brain is basically replaced by obscenity. It was a coincidence that led to the accident. I began to speculate whether the nature of the filth might have something to do with memory. With that in mind, I set out on a long quest, until an unexpected discovery. I found a core. I could feel the filth being stripped from my body as I approached the core. This filth contains my memories, and I'm in a coma because of it. When I awoke, I realized that the original core had disappeared. And that's where the trail ends. I don't know if it's God's favor. I suddenly felt your presence a few days ago. It's a resonance that comes from the depths of the soul. You've become what I once was.
Did I strip you of the memories you once had? But I don't remember doing that.
Because you're not like the rest of the core. Those cores are just appropriating other people's memories. But you, there exists a truly independent personality.
Was just what? What is this a memory? I don't remember any of this.
What just happened to you? Why are you suddenly frozen?
Suddenly there are more memories in my head. I want to confirm something.
What is it?
Do you remember how we met? The detailed kind. Like, what was the weather like? What did I do during the mutation? Did I hurt anyone? Who stopped me in the end? I'm looking for specifics.
I don't remember the details very well, so there may be some discrepancies. But I'm impressed with the weather. I don't know what caused it. That day, even in the morning, the sky was still blood red.
It's pretty much as I remembered it. And what was I doing then?
It was like you had just mutated, and you were carrying a kid. Looks like he's ready to eat him. Coincidentally, Hongren and I were patrolling this neighborhood. We heard the kid screaming and got there right away. And your reaction was quite unexpected. When a mutant encounters a human, its first reaction is to pounce on them. But you didn't do it. In contrast to that, you showed a great deal of surprise. They even threw away the food they had at their fingertips to concentrate on us.
I think I got it.
So what the hell happened? Is there a connection between the memories you're talking about and this?
The connection is very strong. Until then, I was completely incapable of understanding the experiences and memories of the mutation. But just now, it was as if this memory was automatically corrected. The disorganized parts are reconstructed as humanly comprehensible. I understand what I was going through and thinking when I mutated. And it's a change that I could never have made on my own. There is a variable that is affecting us.
The boss should have told you about the Cheems.
I know he's an intelligent mutant. This truth is no surprise. I'm worried about the guy who used to parasitize you and prey on Cheems. It has its hand in so many undetectable places. We must be alert to one thing.
Is Lao Wu here?
Yes.
Come to the infirmary and I'll change your medication.
Don't walk around with your wound still open.
Okay.
Well, if you'll excuse me.
It's okay, take care of yourself. I can't believe the boss is so cautious. It's a scary thought.
Keep this information to yourself for now. So far, I've only publicized one clue: the intelligent mutant. The rest is strictly confidential, especially the origin of Cheems.
Sorry to interrupt. I'd like to know what the purpose of this is. I don't think there's anyone suspicious at the base. Why go to all the trouble of being on guard?
I'm not looking out for anyone. Everyone at the base is trustworthy. What really worries me is the guy who's buried deep down. It's very ambitious. Mutants like Cheems that have a nucleus in their body are basically on its list of targets.
Since it already knows about Cheems, then why are we still?
It's a game of catch. The hunter holds a grudge against the prey that once harmed him, but he's physically incapable of searching himself. That's why he can only place his eyes on suspicious targets. If I'm not mistaken, the eyes that are testing us should be arriving soon.
That's why I hate surprises. I have to live in fear every day. Not everyone can be as unconcerned about death as you are. My boss.
But in this environment, it doesn't really matter if it's a mutant or not. It's good to have one more person.
Won't you be worried? It's a mutant after all.
Since the boss trusts Cheems, that proves he's safe. I never doubted the boss's ability to read people.
There's nothing wrong with Cheems. I'm sure I know that. But I always felt something was wrong. It always felt like a risky endeavor. Maybe I've been a little jumpy lately.
It's good to be cautious, no need for self-doubt. If it still bothers you, take the time to talk to Cheems. Proper communication can solve a lot of misunderstandings.
I wouldn't worry about that if I were really good at communicating.
Don't worry, I'll take you with me then.
Give me a break.
Surface data remains untested. This data is kinda. Wait a minute. The numbers don't add up. Why is the ground shaking more and more? There's definitely a massive mutant approaching. Let me use surveillance. This is... No, I have to report to the boss right away. Boss, there's an accident. There's a suspected intelligent mutant at the base entrance. The ground is also shaking very hard. I suspect it's caused by a large number of mutants approaching the base.
Tell everyone to pack their weapons in bags. Emergency evacuation bases.
Copy that.
Did the guy who ambushed us earlier do it?
Yeah, the guy's already pressed. It's starting to close in big time.
So what's your plan?
You'll know when the time comes.
Everyone get your weapons and luggage ready and meet me in the lobby. This is an emergency. Everyone get your weapons and luggage ready and meet me in the lobby. This is an emergency. Everyone get your weapons and luggage ready and meet me in the lobby.
Did something happen again?
It doesn't look good.
It's a good thing you don't have a serious wound. A few simple stitches and you'll be fine.
Thank you, Doctor.
First of all, I want everyone to understand that the base has been completely surrounded by mutants, and the fortifications here can't withstand a wave of corpses of this magnitude. So our priority right now is to retreat, while the tide of corpses is still some distance away. Now everyone carry as much water and food as you can. Meet at the emergency exit in 15 minutes. That's all I'm saying. Let's get started. Load all the supplies into the van. Later shows Xiao will be in charge of driving and Xiao will be in the passenger seat. Hongren and I and Cheems will go to the carriage. The rest of you get to the buggies and get moving as fast as you can.
What's happening?
The first wave of corpses has probably already entered the base. We need to make a quick exit.
Everybody get on the bus. There's no time to lose.
Looks like there's been a mutant break-in right behind us.
It's a pain in the ass.
It really takes us seriously. That's a hell of a lot better than that mutant down there. I've rarely seen such quality filth. The surrounding filth is even close to being figurative. You guys get in the car now. I'll buy some time. Faster than I expected. It's kind of interesting.
I'll back it up.
Can't hurt him. Get out of my way.
No, you can't handle it alone. Staying here would be a waste of time. Get out of here while you can.
If I tell you to go, go. Don't talk so much.
Must be safe.
The rest of us are retreating as fast as we can. Time is running out.
Be careful.
I know how to handle this kind of thing. Don't worry about it.
You're really not afraid to die.
Did you misunderstand something? I don't give a shit about dedication. Let them leave early just because. It's too much of a nuisance to leave here. I don't like having to look ahead, since I choose to stand here alone. That means I'm getting serious.
You'll take Cheems and they'll be on their way. Don't worry about me and Hongren.
No, it's too risky to stay here. We can't afford to leave anyone behind.
I certainly hope so. Look behind you. We've been surrounded. What's coming now is just the beginning of the wave. It won't be easy to retreat when the tide of corpses breaks out.
What should you and Hongren do then, boss?
If I go it alone, the tide of corpses won't affect me. You're the ones who really need to be safe. Going to do everything you can to get out of here. All the mutants in the city are moving to the suburbs. It's much safer to leave this area.
The problem is that the mutants in front of us have formed a barrier. I don't think it's gonna be easy to break through the perimeter with just this van.
These monsters aren't exactly a handful. Suppressive fire will take care of most of it. What's more, our real killer has yet to come out.
first time I've seen him work so hard.
You're doing a lot of damage to your body.
I'm not your concern right now. Protect the others.
You're funny. I've never met a human as strong as you. Humans of your caliber are rare. I really want to eat you. The tide of corpses has been contained by Hongren for the time being. You should leave now.
But boss, something's not right. I'm a little worried about Hongren, who's been standing still since the beginning of the day.
I'm afraid this is the mutant's power. It looks similar to the one they used to parasitize old Wu. The likelihood of foul resemblance between different variants is low. It should be the body of the parasitic infection.
Wouldn't that be more trouble? If Hiroshi gets parasitized, he's totally screwed.
Can't feel other people's filth. Is it pulling me into a special space? The mess around is more chaotic than ever. No, it's more of an illusion than a special space. It's the same mutant that used to live on Wu. Looks like I'm in the same situation. It's really annoying.
You can't handle this mutant, and staying here will only add to the mix. I'm pretty sure the monster's hiding somewhere, watching us right now.
Well, boss, you've got to be careful. Do you have to call us in case of an emergency?
Don't worry.
Is there any resemblance between this variant and the one in the ground? Like abilities or ways of fighting?
I don't see anything, except that it's better than the one underground. My attack won't even do any damage.
Well, in that case, the only one of us who can stand up to it. I'm afraid it's just the boss and Hongren.
What did the boss say?
Let's get out of here while we can.
Why don't you take the boss and hero and run? Isn't it more dangerous to stay there?
The boss is taking a risk on our behalf. The van can only go 60 kilometers an hour. If that mutant is onto us, we're not gonna get away with this car.
What are the bosses supposed to do? Wouldn't it be more difficult for two people to deal with such a monster?
I understand how you feel, but it's not gonna help if we go. The boss speculated that this variant is the same one that used to parasite Wu, and it's probably the Numenon. You'd be doing yourself a favor if you got a parasite. The boss wants us to leave safely. Don't worry so much.
All right. What noise? The car was attacked by a monster?
No, it wasn't some kind of monster attack. It's Cheems jumping out of the car.
What noise? The car was attacked by a monster?
No, it wasn't some kind of monster attack. It's Cheems jumping out of the car.
Destroying the head does not affect teleportation. I'm afraid this variant's powers are connected to the explosion. It also seems to be immune to the damage caused by the blast. Try not to confront it head on. This guy's got a lot of kill and hand-to-hand combat.
I can see that.
Be careful, the stink is gone.
What is this guy doing? Why did it suddenly run here? Wait, it's not planning to blow up this road, is it? This is the only exit here.
Could you please cut my back later? Make me bleed as much as possible without causing death.
Why do we have to do this?
I need to retrieve something temporarily. This requires borrowing your blood. Please understand.
I roughly understand now.
Thank you. It's amazing how quickly you get rid of your hallucinations. How did you get out of it?
It's not that hard. It's the nature of hallucinations to affect mental filth. As long as we get this mess out of the way, we'll be fine.
How exactly is it cleaned?
Just kill the mutant in the hallucination. It underestimates my pollution adaptability. The amount of filth that actually seeps into my spirit is quite limited.
Looks like we got lucky.
I don't think so. I didn't end it so you could die. If you really want to die soon, just say so. I won't stop you.
Don't worry about it. I've got risks, okay? Not to the point of death.
So how are you? Are you feeling sick?
A little bit of discomfort, but it's acceptable. Do you have sword?
Yeah. What are you trying to do?
Bloodletting. Cheems' blood will speed up my mutation. There's too much risk in it.
If you knew it was risky, why did you do it?
We don't have a chance if we don't. We'll be dealing with the Matrix next. This unusual behavior is easily observed by it, which leads to doubts about Cheems' true identity.
I know. So what are your plans for the mutant? I can't hold it for more than 3 minutes.
Enough for us to retreat.
You're not gonna take care of it?
Cheems won't be able to handle this level of mutants yet. What can we do about it?
How did you figure that out?
You should know.
Are you sure you're not gonna tell anyone?
I don't have that in mind yet. Knowing such things only adds to the trouble.
Then how are you going to explain what just happened? Normal people don't suddenly regain their powers.
Normal answer is enough. Cheems' special performance conceals a lot of things.
Is he personally aware of this?
I never told him to his face, but he must have known. In a way, he and I are connected.
Okay, I don't understand any of this. Hurry up and get on the bus. We have a little over a minute until the mutant breaks free.
Okay.
Boss, you all right?
It's a little banged up, but it doesn't affect much. Now get the hell out of here. The mutant is only briefly contained, but it won't be long before it's back in action.
So boss, where are we going next?
City C, where a lot of important clues are buried.
I got it.
I know you have a lot to ask, so let's talk. You can't hear the cab if you keep it down.
I probably know what you're trying to tell me, but if you're willing to break the story, then I'm not shy about what. You're a variant too, right?
Not quite right. I'm more of a half-human, half-filthy monster than you are. I was human once. I was right about these humans. This kind of ability is not possessed by ordinary human beings. I can't believe it stifles my ability to recover. The Matrix also ordered us never to kill. This is a tough assignment. Want to resume, only wait for time pause to lift. It's still a tricky ability. I've got something really big here. Dear Lord Mother God.
Something's not right. We've been down this road many times. There's a lot less variation here than in the city, but that's a bit of an anomaly.
Indeed, there are only a few variants scattered along the way. They don't seem to migrate.
Variants have no group consciousness, and there are strong differences between different individuals. The possibility of migration is not very high.
Then how is this anomaly caused?
parent population. That's the only answer I can think of. Only it has the power to control a massive wave of corpses. Given what just happened, we could have been targeted by the Matrix.
Is that the one you just saw?
No, it's supposed to be an intellectual variant. If it was the Matrix, we wouldn't be able to leave so easily.
Is the Matrix really that strong?
Nobody knows. All we know is that everyone who sees it seems to die a terrible death.
What you're saying is starting to creep me out. Why are we being targeted by this monster?
With Cheems around, it's only a matter of time before he gets caught. The most urgent task is to prepare a response. Our resilience to risk is too poor.
So what's next for you? We need to find a new place.
I already gave notice. The bus is on its way to Sea City.
Isn't it a little risky? I remember the doctor mentioned it to me before. The mother of change is in the heart of City C. You and Hongren aren't at your best either. What if there's a blood moon?
I understand your concern, but there's no need to dwell on that for now. City C is now an empty city. There won't be a mass wave of bodies for at least 4 days.
How do you know all this?
Some kind of special connection. My metamorphosis is caused by the Matrix. After this, I began to feel its consciousness a little. But this transmission of awareness does not provide accurate and effective information. I can only feel the general direction of consciousness.
It's hard to imagine. Is this transmission one-way or two-way?
There's no way to know for sure, but the odds are overwhelmingly in one direction. It's been a year since the change. Suppose the transmission of this consciousness is two-way. There is no reason for it to wait until now. At least I didn't feel my presence in its consciousness.
That transmitted awareness, does it affect you?
I can't promise, so deal with it early.
It does. I can feel it. What are you gonna do?
There are some things we can't know until we find the Matrix. I want to end this disaster once and for all. As for whether I live or die, I don't care.
I feel the same way as he does, only he may be more extreme than I am.
What about the rest of the base?
They don't know, and I don't want them involved. They don't have a deep connection to filth.
They do have a good chance of surviving if the filth in the air dissipates. Have you and Hongren gone that far?
Well, Phase 2 isn't many days away.
My situation is more special than Hiroshi's. You can think of it as assimilating towards an intelligent variant. I may become less and less human, so there are some things to get ahead of. Once you lose your humanity, some things are hard to control. You've been living here for some time.
Keeping an eye out to see what works out here. I found quite a few surprises.
Thanks to your vision.
Are we sure this batch of heirs will enter the city?
City C is surrounded by you. They can't escape.
Those two guys back there are interesting. It could be exactly what I'm looking for. Bring them back.
Understand. Do you have any other instructions?
Why did you just attack my parasitic puppet? I need an explanation.
I'm so sorry, my lord. Your parasite is too well hidden to be aware of your presence. I was just thinking, now that I've served my purpose, so these variants don't have much value in existence, why don't we just kill them and put them back in the loop? I didn't know you were parasitizing them until now. As a son, I apologize for offending you.
There's no next time.
Thank Lord for your mercy. My lord, may I venture to ask you one more question?
Speak.
Do you have any other parasites in the vicinity? If there is any hope, you can let me know. You hid it so well, I was afraid I might offend you again.
The area is clear for the time being, so you can move safely.
Since there isn't, it's easy to say. Unless the parasite is watched by the mother itself. Otherwise, you won't be able to get the message back. As parasites, the only way you can transmit is by returning to the mother itself. I think I'm right.
The mother god can come to me at any time. She won't live long.
That's why I had to get to you fast. The mother has been in a weak cycle lately. It does not have enough energy to descend upon you for the time being. This is a great opportunity, and I don't want to miss it. Become the seed of the mother. I have to get it.
About to enter City C.
All units, we have an attack. He's got a firearm-like weapon. Keep your eyes open.
It was crushed.
You've been lurking here a long time. Who instructed you?
No comment. That was a pretty decisive move. You know the rules here pretty well.
Because I know what you really look like. Very sorry. Some things can't be saved.
What?
Why haven't you done it yet? Now is not the time for ink.
There's no immediate threat from the existing variants in the city. At least we don't have to worry about tonight's blood moon. Some things need to be cleaned up before we can hit the road.
So what are you gonna do? Hold him alive.
I don't think he's gonna get anything out of him. The whole city of C is drenched in maternal filth. Their memories are not necessarily true.
Then what are you waiting for? Don't tell me you can't do this.
Haven't you noticed? It's funny how dirty this guy is. It would be a shame to kill him like that. You don't get opportunities like this very often.
City C is supposed to be pretty empty. Why would someone ambush you there? It's a little weird.
But I don't think anyone knows where we are. It doesn't seem like a coincidence. Tell me we didn't mess with anyone from City C.
Don't get in trouble. I haven't seen anyone on recon before. You don't know if there's 100 people in City C.
There's got to be something wrong. We haven't had any contact with outsiders these days. The only thing to talk about is the intellectual variant. There's no way they were in contact. Not necessarily. There's a maternal element of uncertainty. I'm afraid I won't be surprised what happens.
Past experience is not necessary to judge the situation here. The ugliness of City C is not comparable to that of other areas.
Maybe it's because there's too much foul in here. As a result, the rate of erosion has increased.
On the contrary, the concentration of foul water here is not high. Maybe it's the presence of the mother absorbing most of the filth here. The concentration distribution in City C is extremely extreme. The mother's city center has near-lethal concentrations. But once we leave the city center, the concentration of foul water drops exponentially, like the area we're in right now. The level of pollution is almost the same as in the suburbs. This situation is quite counterlogical, because filth itself is constantly flowing. It's affected by the atmosphere, and it seeps into the Earth's inner cycle. Because of this, there is often little difference in foul concentration between different areas, except for the center of City C.
But we're a long way from the city center. Shouldn't it be safer?
It's not just the dirty distribution that's special here, and the obscene nature. The filth that envelops City C seems to have the same root as Cheems. They all have the characteristic of ignoring pollution adaptability. Do you know what this means?
It means we can't stay here long.
That's right. Ignoring pollution adaptation means there's nothing we can do to slow the rate of change. The process of saccharous erosion of the brain will continue to accelerate until you become a monster. It's not too much of an exaggeration to say that coming to City C is essentially not that different from dying.
How long can we stay in C City?
Within a week without entering the city center.
Into the city center?
Less than a day.
So what you're saying is, push him as far as possible. Does that make any sense?
It's hard to tell, but it's a very complicated group of guys. In order to avoid potential risks, they rarely use their dirty abilities. This is not conducive to subsequent screening.
Stay in the highest risk of C City, but dare not use dirty. Are they here to be funny?
There's a lot of monsters downtown who feel the same way. They had to do it in an emergency.
Then you'd better keep an eye on it. I don't think Zhou Xiao can handle him easily.
You came to the base late, so it might not be clear. Although Zhou Xiao is not outstanding in terms of ability, but he has the most human experience on the base. He's never missed a mission like this since the base was founded. You can rest assured.
Well, there must be some way to stay alive.
I understand your concern for others, but some things don't have to be in your hands all the time. Don't underestimate these people at the base. They're not as fragile as you think.
Things are wrong. The knife has anesthetic on it.
not as fragile as you think.
Things are wrong. The knife has anesthetic on it. God damn it. Why is someone here at this particular time? I had a hard time finding this guy. No more drama. Okay.
There are other filth around here.
Everybody be careful. Beware of ambush. I saw him.
Why am I a little out of breath? It's not a good sign when that happens. It feels like a monster is about to rush in. Wait, that's not right. Something's really coming. That was quite the element of surprise.
I've been watching this side for a long time. What are you spying on us for?
If I said I wasn't spying on you, it was probably an accident. Would you believe me?
Maybe. But something doesn't seem right about you. Looks like the guy who just attacked us.
You don't have to worry about that.
Did you turn your body into sand? No, there's something wrong with the sand. They're all smoke screens. The guy's probably hiding.
Damn, this guy noticed me so fast. That's not possible. Is his ability to see through?
Here comes Pinduoduo with its benefits. Recently, Pinduoduo 9th anniversary promotion. The Up United official prepared benefits for everyone, especially for everyone to take out a batch of new genuine Steam Deck to do 9 yuan seconds kill activity. Steam Deck all-in-one handheld computer game console, fully equipped, portable, and long life. No matter where you are, you can play Steam games like Black Myth Wukong and GTA anytime and anywhere. Steam Deck really solves the core problem for users who lack a 3A PC. There is no complicated participation process, and there is no compulsory head-pulling routine. Just move your lucky finger and get your hands on a Steam Deck for 909 cabbage. If you want to click on the link below my video, the link is still in stock. Move hands to grab is to earn. Go and try it.
You don't seem to have the ability to heal yourself.
How can anyone heal from a wound like that? Is there something wrong with you?
I wish it was just my brain. You really didn't notice anything unusual yourself.
The only thing unusual about me is that you cut off an arm. Everything else is fine.
In that case, what was your motive for attacking us?
At a time like this, what motive do you need for a murder? You happen to be in my field of vision. That's all.
Don't think I don't know what's going on here. It's the gateway to the suburbs, and the body tide has only been gone. You could only have arrived here a while ago. I don't think it's a coincidence. How the hell did you know where we were? If you're connected to the intellectual variant.
Don't confuse me with the animals. I can't wait to kill them.
Some things are easier now that we have a common enemy. There's something we can really talk about.
I'm like this now? Still want to talk? There's nothing to talk about when you got a torn face. Okay. We are real enemies.
It doesn't matter if it's an enemy. I don't care about this. I just want to ask you one question. Where is your identity?
This exaggerated ability to heal itself. A normal human would never be able to do that. I've had my suspicions since just now. Why are your eyes so special? I thought you were one of those miserable people trapped here. What a surprise. You guys, you're not even human.
It doesn't matter if I'm human or not. The important thing is that I can stand here and talk to you. The intelligence variant you must have seen. Do you think you can get out of here?
What do you want to ask me?
You said it yourself. It's not us you're hiding out here watching. That's the guy who just attacked us, right?
Yeah, he's a guy I used to know. Are you going to kill him?
The final decision is not mine. Our schedules are set by the boss.
I can't believe someone's leading an intelligent mutant. It's still quite a story.
You can drop your guard. Everyone on this team is normal except for me. As long as there is no conflict of interests, we are not opposites in nature. I'm just trying to figure out why you're spying. You should be able to feel it. I've gone easy on you.
All right, then I'm not hiding it. I'm here to take care of my buddy. He's very contaminated. You may not realize how special the filth in City C is. Otherwise, I wouldn't be in this shithole.
It's a special kind of filth.
It's more than special. It's weird. Foulness in other places accumulates to a certain extent and usually results in changes. It's a normal occurrence in the end times. But in City C, the signs are gone. Where your filth accumulates, no matter what, without causing change. That sounds pretty good. It's attracted a lot of people hoping to make it here somewhere. And that includes me and my guys. When they first arrived here, they were pleasantly surprised. The transformation of many people has ceased. The appearance of this news made more people rush to come. Despite the killing of the mutants, everyone is scrambling to find a safe place in Sea City. I think there were at least 6,000 or 7,000 people in Sea City. And then everyone died. No one died of change. Most people die for no reason. People go missing overnight, killed by their mates. A lot of them commit suicide. But at the time, no one thought much of it. Think of it as a bad environment in Sea City, until more and more people sense the anomaly. The most obvious symptom is the eyes began to turn red. The resulting negative impact hangs over everyone in Sea City. Our minds and wills begin to be affected by invisible interference. These interventions are like mental imprints, imperceptibly carved into our minds. We began to be unable to leave City C. Some people started volunteering to be eaten by the mutants. Our minds are so easily influenced that none of us are aware of it. We became part of City C, caught in the loop of the city. To the end, the worst happened. One of us has become an intellectual variant.
I can't answer those questions. You probably don't need to know. I have little patience for dying people. Hit the road before it's too late.
This guy's getting worse. Cheems are not yet known for certain. At least don't treat it like a human.
Two very different kinds of filth in the same person. There's no core yet. Is there a link to the mother again?
You better warn your buddies before it's too late. Tell them to get out of here before. My buddy's got something special. He can split into a body with an independent consciousness. And this ability has evolved further after mutation. A special substance can switch back and forth between the two bodies. This makes it nearly impossible to kill completely.
You can't keep it down that fast. Save me the trouble of finding you.
You're so confident in your own abilities.
Boss, be safe.
Since you know you can't kill it, why do you still want to follow?
I'd rather die at the hands of my brother than be eaten by a mutant. I want to try it again anyway, you know?
Again? You've dealt with it already?
It came to me a month ago and tried to kill me. I don't know if it's because it just mutated. It didn't choose to kill me. I had a narrow escape. But even though it didn't kill me, it still took quite a bit of my filth.
Is your filth taken from you? Has capacity been affected?
It's a big deal. I've lost nearly half my powers. The remaining abilities, if retained, are much less powerful.
What about memory? Did it affect your memory?
No. Does this have anything to do with memory?
Hasn't your memory been affected at all?
Absolutely. It didn't make any difference. I was away from City C for a while on a mission. Maybe that's why my consciousness is okay for now. At least I don't think there's anything wrong with my memory.
People in Cities C can be stripped of their filth without losing their memories? No way. There's clearly a strong correlation between memory and lewdness. Stripping away the filth is bound to involve the memory. Even intelligent variants are no exception. If such a situation is real, does that mean the Matrix has the ability to unlock the nest of memory and filth? Is there a chance that the altered humans will be able to recover?
thinking about something.
Was surprised by the special sea city. Have you ever seen The Matrix?
You're looking a little too high for me. No one has ever seen the mother and walked away alive. That's the consensus of all the survivors in Sea City.
As well.
But if I have to say it, I've heard it mentioned a few times before. He said he witnessed a confrontation with the mother body, but when they did ask who it was, he could not speak for another long time. The guy's another alcoholic who escaped from another organization. What kind of base is it that you go on about all the time? Everyone thought he was a half-mad fool, and I didn't take what he said seriously.
Is he still there?
Died long ago. I don't know when I'm a dead body on the street. I had to pick up his body.
He really didn't say anything at the time.
Not a word came out of his mouth. The guy's usually full of shit, and he can't get anything out of his mouth when he's asking questions. But he had a serious look on his face. I think he respects the man he's talking about.
The sword was weathered. I'm afraid this is another intellectual variant.
Pay attention, all of you. Its body structure is more special than the other intelligent variants. It's two bodies sharing a core.
What are we supposed to do? Just pick one of them.
This core can visually move back and forth between the two bodies. Notice their eyes. The core changes the structure of the eye as it moves. With a core, the eyes will become black with red eyes, and without a core, they will become completely red. Now it's the human form that has the core. Individuals who lose their core are more likely to fail to heal themselves. Just be careful. It's better than the variant that attacked us earlier. Much weaker.
You're kind of a special guy. This level of sensitivity to filth when you have no core. No wonder my Lord warned me to watch out for you. I have been too dismissive of you. You guys are in a lot more trouble than I thought.
Thank you. This monster is moving a lot faster than I expected.
The mutant power that holds the core is stronger than yours. Don't go head-to-head with it.
This guy moves his core like he's a different species. It's amazing how easily abilities can change. Cheems happened to be away at the same time. We can't kill it completely.
We don't have to kill it completely. Our goal is just to hit it hard.
To be honest, I don't really want to fight this guy. I don't know if it is because the core is more special. There's very little sense of variation in it. It's so weak that I can't get very hostile to it. But this is a fight of life and death for the safety of the base crew. I have to do my best. Increase the fire. I can hold it. Go straight to the large caliber weapon and don't give it a chance to escape.
I got it.
The core only seems to give it the ability to regenerate its body. This guy's physical strength is still in the human category.
That's easy to do. It's still a little stronger than it was.
Be careful, don't go close to it. This kind of monster exchange has more to gain than to lose.
Don't worry, I know this kind of thing very well.
Do you get the sense that it's different from the other intelligent variants?
I can definitely feel it. Previously encountered intelligent variants, the amount of dirty to a staggering degree, but it has almost as much dirt as a normal human.
It's not even about dirty reserves. As an intellectual variant, if his body is a little too weak, without that core, I'd almost think of it as human.
It may have something to do with its special anatomy, but how weak is this body? We must not take it lightly either. The core's ability to regenerate is the greatest threat to these variants. Until Cheems arrives, we need to prevent this variant from regenerating as much as possible.
What are you going to do?
Constantly destroying its flesh, especially its core. Everything must come to an end. No matter how resilient these variants are, there's bound to be a threshold they can't reach. Just keep applying wounds that can't be healed quickly for a short period of time. Even with this type of mutant, it may not be easy to regain sanity. That's enough for us to wait for Cheems.
Do we still need to support the boss? I'm a little worried about what's going on over there.
There's nothing wrong with having a boss.
That's what I thought, but the goosebumps just got out of control. I don't know what else is going on, but my instincts are always right when it comes to warning of danger like this.
Then Zhou Xiao and I will stay here and keep an eye on it. You go back up the boss. Let us know if anything goes wrong, okay?
Well...
What do you think? Xiao Wu's hunches are often right.
I hope what comes next is just some trivia. The team's risk resistance is already very poor. If there's another accident, there could be real casualties. I don't want that to happen.
I don't want that either, but in a place like this, you can't be sure you're safe. I'm lucky to be able to survive. Wait, there's movement on the ground. Something approaching us.
This vibration is way over the top. There's no way a normal variant could do that.
Miscalculation. I didn't realize this guy had the ability to pollute the mind. Must have back up the others.
I can't believe the mutant caught up so fast. This is a real problem.
This is a real problem. I can't believe you're sending mental pollution into a mutant body. It needs to be done before it's too late. I've never seen a mutant turn hostile to me. Body doesn't smell like a human. Where did you come from? It's gonna take a while to regain consciousness. We have to watch out for this kind of mental pollution. The smell of the womb exacerbates the mental effects of filth. These kinds of attacks are basically equivalent to death for me. I can't do this anymore. My time is running out. While I still have Cheems' blood in me, I can barely use it again. Must be done quickly.
As a doctor, I rarely warn patients seriously, but I must emphasize it today. You must not inject this drug unless you have to, if you want to live a little longer. The effect of this medicine is quite different from that of commonly prepared medicine. It will activate the filth in your body, allowing your body to rebuild back into the variant. No one knows what will become of you.
Will I lose consciousness?
On the contrary, you retain consciousness. I've added a large number of targeted inhibitors to the drug. It can barely keep you conscious, and 15 minutes after the injection, the powerful inhibitor takes a second effect. It interrupts your mutation process and restores your body to its original form. But that recovery has come at a cost. Your body's dirty balance will be disrupted. Like a bomb that lights a fuse, it's only a matter of time before it goes off. There are 3 potions, and I've colored them to make it easier to distinguish them. The first stitch is yellow, the second is red, and the third is black. The first 2 doses work just as I described earlier, except the second dose is increased. But the third dose is different. The black one doesn't have any inhibitors, only a lethal dose of activator. It's 10 times stronger than the first 2 combined. An excess of activators will stimulate your brain. It gives you 10 minutes of forced wakefulness before you die. After this, you will be dead. No matter what you think, I think it's best not to get a shot. You'll live a month at most. On the first dose. The second dose won't last a week. The third shot will kill you instantly. It is clear to me that you are a man who values his life very much, so you have to be careful when you make a decision. Once you get the first shot, you'll never be able to go back.
You don't smell like the Matrix. There is no core. Normal conditions don't produce this kind of body. But I don't have time for you right now. Get the fuck out of here. There's no hurry to die. Just wait till I get my hands on the seed. That's when you die. This guy's getting stronger. It's no different from a giant mutant in terms of physical fitness. I have to get it out of the way first.
It's really spectacular. Unfortunately, this level of aggression is not enough. This intellectual variant. It's a lot trickier than normal.
Hey man, are you awake? Blink if you're awake. We're in a very dangerous situation here. If you don't wake up, that you're gonna die. You are losing too much blood to stay here.
Who are you?
I'll tell you later. Let me ask you a question. I wonder if there's a talking, red-eyed mutant on your team.
Well,
here's the thing. Your mutant buddy just picked up on a seriously injured teammate. He was tied up in the war, so he called me in to help.
why would you do that when we didn't know each other before?
I made a mutual deal with that mutant. I came to save your life for him, and he promised to do something for me. I'll fill you in on the details later, but I'll drop you off near that Doctor of What.
Thanks a lot.
Don't thank me. It's just a deal. Not to mention, I'm making a raw deal with him. What I'm asking is his. It's too hard